Good evening, boys and girls. Hope you're all alright this Easter Sunday. Hope everybody's doing alright. I'm just going to start this video so I can find these comments that I was going to do. Right, this video is about rigs and what I use for catching ray, thornbacks, dogfish or smoothhounds. And I might put one together, probably. I'll just put a video, show you a quick way of making a simple pennel pulley for what I use. I use the pennel pulley, the others use the up and overs, there's the drop downs. I'll show you a couple of versions of rigs and I'll make one just to show you how easy it is. This video is for Shane Begbie. Hang on, Shane Begbie. This is the comment. He asked me, Scott, I have yet to catch a ray and a dogfish and a smoothhound. What rig would you recommend, please? So I'm going to do a video for you, Shane Begbie. The camera will see. There we go, there's your comment, mate. I'll do it this way because I haven't managed to get the app sorted out for my editing, so it's going to be a one-take video going all the way through to get it done. I'm getting a new tablet up for this week. Sold the old one that I had from work to buy this new one, and it'll be that same. So, right, today's date is the 4th of April, and I'm going to do this video to explain about rigs and what I use in general to try and target the rays. So basically, let's go through. Right, we'll make one first, and then I'll show you a couple of rigs. I'll just show you what we're going to need though for the box. You need a box of bits. As you've all seen in my videos, I use this box. It's got all sorts of swivels, flips, everything I need to make this rig. So let's go into having a look at the rig first, and my rigs. Let's have a look at some of the rigs I build. So basically, one rig wallet full. We've got another rig wallet full, and there's a smaller rig wallet somewhere in here. A smaller rig wallet. So for now, we'll go through some of the rigs and how to use them, and I'll show you a few tips and hints. Hopefully this will help you, mate. Always like to help out the subscribers and that, and when a question comes in, I'm always there to try and answer it if I can. There's so many. This is like the big sea fishing rigs, these ones. This one's for one I use on the beach for big fish. That's a smaller one. Something like that would be handy for you. I'll show you how to make your own in a minute. Set up. This one's full of cod, and it'll take smoothhounds, all that sort of stuff on here. Some of the rigs that I use. So let's go through one typical rig that I use. This is one that I made up. It's like an up and over in a sense. So let's go. Excuse me if you're a bit windy like, because it's outside. It's not my ass. We're getting a storm brewing this Sunday, apart for Easter, this storm. So yeah, if I remember how it worked. Now the rig and the lead, if I remember how this worked. If you haven't got these Gemini clip down rigs, I think the Gemini's 150 grams with the lifter on. If you haven't got one of these lifting things, don't worry, you won't need one for the rigs I use. You can make your own rigs up, your own leads with these clips on, like that. So basically, you hook this onto here, like so. This is the rig that I use a few times, and I've caught rays on, as I said. So basically it's like a up and over. But what you do is you put that into there, like so. You hook, you swivel through the top, like so, and when it fires out, it flips out that, like so. Then you like this at the bottom. This rig becomes a bottom feeding rig, it's right at the bottom. And you start reeling, and your lead can go all the way to the top. Let the fish take it out, it swivels. This is one that I made up. Just sat around one day and I made that one up. It's like an up and over, but as I said, it swivels down. And that was a basic one. I've had skate on this one, smallhounds and dogfish. I've had whiting and all sorts on this rig, even cod. It needs about size 2s, these big hooks. So that was that rig. That's one of my rigs. But I would recommend a decent pennel, using a pennel pulley rig. Sure, if you've got to catch on, so you can up the fish better. So I'll just put this one back in the rig wallet and I'll show you what a pennel pulley looks. You've probably heard of the pennel pulley, but this is the rig I recommend. I'll just fill that back into there. Have a look through here. I've got one of my homemade pennel pulleys. I've got 2 flappers in the back of here that I fill through. Done some 2-ups. Right, it's not that rig wallet. Let's have a quick look through. One of my proper panels. I'll show you two of my panels that I use. Here's we can go through here and look for the 101. I do have this is mainly my flapper rigs, but I do keep some pennel pulleys in here. So yeah, I do have the odd one in there. See, I've got one of my big ones in here to show you how I've done that one. There are so many ways of doing a pennel pulley, you know. I'm going to show you the easy way in a minute. Here's one, I think. Right, here we go. Right, the way a pennel works, and a pennel pulley works like this. Let me untangle that. Here we go. This is one of my homemade pennel pulleys. It's got a decent bit of length on there. Let's just try it with show you how it works with this one. I'll use this Gemini for now, just impact breakaway. Not a Gemini clip, but the impacts breakaway. Right. Here we go. So we put that through there like so. Basically it's like see how it pulls up and down? So basically it clips down. It's called a pennel pulley for a reason. So basically you put your bait on, imagine your bait's on there. You wrap that around there like that. So your hook and your bait are on. Like so. You clip that into there if you've got it. let it go taut, and that is your pedal pulley. Flip that out, your pendulum or whatever you do, whatever cast you're into. I don't know how the cast style is, I don't know what cast you use. So that hits the bottom, that comes off and starts flowing in the surf or wherever you are in the current. That starts flowing. Fish, you grab a fish, hooked into a fish, pull back, fish is hooked itself, so that's out there, and your lead is up here. When you're reeling in with this rig, your lead comes to the top, right to the top, keeps away from all the snags, and your fish is out there at some distance, flowing in the tide, coming out, and you start pulling in, like so. So basically, if you haven't got the one of these impact breakaways, you can make your own leads like that. Clip that into there. This is one that I've made. So look, let's get that tight. Like so again. That's in there. You'll do your cast, whatever cast you do. Hits the bottom. Comes off. Like that, flies off. That's doing the same again, it's flowing. And again, if you don't have that piece on your lead, no worries, because the clip's on the bottom, you can clip to this. This is the clip that I use. You just clip it to that, hold it up again, and there you go. Out, that's in the tide, starts to float in the tide. Generally, I like to use a whole squid or a sprat whitebait. If you can get some whitebait, I've had some good results on whitebait. Wrap a whole whitebait on there, pull that through the head, wrap it round with elasticated cotton, just go like so, works just as well, and then you're out blasting it out. I generally use 5 to 6 ounce leads. This one is one as I said, you've seen them ones, you've all seen them ones, the impact breakaways, or you can buy them all for about 18 quid now, 18 quid, and you can make yourself some 6 ounces. That's what you'll be using is these 6s or the 5 ounce. Do 5 and 6s, and these will all bottom, no problems. So let me put that rig over there. I'm going to show you how I do mine to get them like this. So basically, I get a pair of pliers. I just bend them slightly, if the camera will pick it up, like so. Slightly bend them out. I make sure they're straight, so it looks like that. And then I just tweak the ends, put it in the end of here. Here's my crimping pliers. I tweak the end slightly over and again and again. and then it looks like that. You see the bends on them? So you cast that out, hits the water, and it has something to dig in. Pulls it out like so. That's how it looks when it's broken free. So you can do that with the 6s and the 5s. These will be the ones you'll be winning in the competition I'm doing. You'll be getting 5 of them. And 5 of those ones, 5 ounce. I did have some angel leads, but I've lost half the mould, so we're stuck at this. Right then, I'm going to show you a quick way of putting a decent rig together. When you put your leads in your box, just fold them up like that. Squeeze them up so they're not all scattered all over your tray. And we go from there. So what you're going to need for this little rig that I'm going to make, this line says £4, can't we? 4 ounce. Well, the thing's gone. So it's £25 line I'm looking at. It's 0.45 mil. The oil's gone on that. You can't really tell, but it's £25 line. This is what I use for my rigs when I'm going for skate, Smoothounds, dogfish, bass. I find this line works perfect for me. So anything above £25 will work fine. It's just what I use, preference for me. Somebody else might like something else. You might comment down below and go, oh, that's a bit low for me. This is just what I use, and I've had some good fish on this. So we need some of that. You're going to need some £60 shock leader. I use £60 shock leader on mine. Whatever brand you use. Smash shock leader, I buy this in rolls. It's just Fladden, basic shock leader from Fladden. It makes perfect rigs. I've caught fish, you've seen my fish, and I use this shock leader on my rigs, and it works fine. So what you want to do is get a piece of £60 shock leader, grab it by the end, and you stretch it to your nose. You want a length from your nose right out, so your arm's fully extended. It's a piece like that. Basic. So you're left with this piece of line, like so. Piece of £60 shock leader. You'll need some bits and swivels. If you haven't got swivels, I suggest you go and get yourself some swivels and start a little box up, but you probably have. But this is just how I make mine. If you've never caught them before, this rig will work, no problems. So basically you want a swivel that's got a bend in it, at the bottom, like so. Camera's picking that up, you can see the bend in that one. It's got a little hook on the bottom. That'll be the bottom of your rig, so basically you tie that on the bottom. Like so. I'll show you this is my little knot. I got this off Sandman's Tackle, so it's not my knot, but it's the knot I use. To Paul from Sandman's Tackle. Cheers mate for this brilliant knot. You go round 3 times. 3 times around. Then you go back through the loop at the bottom, and then you pull it. You're left with a loop, 2 loops. You go for the top loop, which is this loop. You go 1, back through 3 times again, 2, like so. So you're left with that. Tag end like that. Then your little bit of gob oil. Must remember your gob oil. You don't want your rig burning out. Grab yourself a good pair of pliers and really stretch that knot around like so. So the knot comes out the top like so. Trim the tag end off. Like so. So basically you're left with this and that swivel on the end. Piece of line will swivel on the end. Now you can buy things to make this rig better. You can buy the actual clips like this that slide through. They're good, don't get me wrong. They work fine. They can be expensive, but they work fine with the tops. But I've just made quite a few rigs, and all I do is I get two beads, two black beads, two simple black beads. I put one on the bottom, like so. That goes down. I slide this swivel over the top, like so. Then I slide the next bead over the top of that one, as if I was going to make a consult flapper or something like that, and then it'd be crimped together. Look. See? You end up with something like that. Now that's fine. That's your first piece of your pulley dropper. You know, your pedal pulley. So then you need another swivel. Go through your swivels to find the right size swivel. Like so. You tie that with the same knot that I've just shown you on the top. One, two, three. It gets harder with the thicker line you use. And you go back through the line at the top. Back through 3 times. Pull it tight. Use your gob oil again. See the knot? It's beautiful. Trim that off. And then you're left with that. That is your sliding panel. Then I like to get my line, do a bit of measuring. Same again, I pull it through, come back through, Nice tight pull. Trim it off. Then what I do is I get any old lead. Doesn't have to be a clip down lead. You can just use whatever lead you are going to be using in the field. Just a simple clip it down like so for the measurements. You hold that up the top. You want that about there. You measure that either to that one or to that one. But you make sure you've got enough, so I'd go to the first one. The first swivel you've just put on the first clip. And you cut that. Being careful with your lines. Always keep your line clipped back down because it always spins out when you get this line. Then you're left with this. For the purpose of the video, I will put the yellow one on so you can see. It's a bit more visible. And then you will have this like that, slider, pull down. Then you choose what hooks you want to choose. I've got some Cox and Rows in here. I've got a mixture of hooks and stuff. As I said, for my panel, I'm going to go a little bit. This is just the basic one. You can go really fancy, but I just use a little bit of this tubing, silicone tube. I use a little bit of this silicone tube for my hook. I put that on first, like so. Slide that over the top, like so. Also, you can add a bead, you can add a sequin if you want. If you feel the need, you can put a sequin as a stopper and use these sequins. I got these from Tronics Pro sequins. Well, not Tronics Pro sequins anymore. I got them sequins just came from Boise's. I had some Tronics Pro, I used them and I just bought them from Boise's. They were cheaper. Stuck them back in there. But for the purpose of the video, I'm not going to use a sequin. I'm just going to get 2 hooks. If you want a decent size hook, these are like size 4s or something, real big things. Never any good with size hooks, unless they're on the pack. And I just tip all mine in, as I said. So you want a big hook and a slightly smaller hook on the top. So I've got these big long shanks for the video. And then you want some to go over there. Slightly smaller hook if you want. But for the video I'll just use 2 big hooks for now. Just for the video purposes. What I do is I thread that through the top. So that's the first hook. And then I tie on the second hook. Tie that on. 1, 2, 3. Go back through. Back through the hole I just made. 1, 2, 3. Got a boil. Lubing it up. My hands are black. I've been working on bikes, so all I have to do into my mum's for Easter dinner. It was very nice. Cheers, mum. Thanks for the food. Cheers, sister, for the eggs and that. Cheers, everyone. Cheers to our kid. He's having a bit of a bad time with his health at the moment, but he'll get there. So that one's shout out to Leah. Happy Easter. I'm not getting the messages on my phone at the moment, so I'm having to sort that out. Something wrong with that. But that rig tubing, that little silicone tube, what I do is I just put that over the top. Slide it down like so, over the top. Like so. That stops me, so I can slide that where I want now. That'll stay in place. I don't have to wrap it round there like so to hold it in place. Like that. All I do, and I put them backwards. I do back to back like that when I put mine together. That'll be either a sprat or a squid, or you can peel the crabs wet, hardback crabs, another good bait. Hardback crabs wet, fine if you can get them. Just get a net, put them down your harbour wall, fill it full of old manky bait, and you'll catch loads. So like that, basically, and you just connect it. Like so. Again, for the camera purposes, we'll show you. And there's your rig. There is the basic panel pulley, made in reasonable time. Clip down. Now that's going to fire out. That's out in the tide. As I said, flowing up and down, like so. So there is your basic panel pulley. Works for most fish, cod, whiting. If you're not trying to tackle mainly your bigger fish, you put your bigger baits on like cod, whiting, wray, dogfish. Hopefully this rig will catch you a fish. With the right bait on and the right cast in the right place, that should work beautiful. Now we'll come on to what I said at first about having a rig wallet. If you haven't got a rig wallet and you want to make a rig wallet really cheap, this is the way to do it. Buy these. Now I'm going to give a shout out to my boss down at the project, the bike project. Adam will give me these. These are crimp bags. You get 1,000, something like 1,000 or something in a bag, a pack. Is it 1,000 or something like that, or 100? I don't know. I can't remember how many was in here. So basically, all you'd need, you can find an old umbrella or something, bit of old leather, and you can turn it into a bag like that. Buy yourself a little bit of strap like that. Stick it on each side, make it into a square like that, a square. And then you get a couple of these. Put a hole through them all. And you do what I did with this rig wallet. I made this one out of bags, reusable bags, sealable bags. All I did was I got 40 bags, put them in there, put a hole straight through them all, 3 tie wraps, and I made my own rig wallet. It was easy enough to do, So simple. For these, what you do is you pull that open, grab your rig here on one end, you wrap that up like so. You plug that into your bag. The good thing about these, you can write on these here. So you put pen on, or pen, whatever you want to put. This pen's not working very well. It's had a bit of a thing, but basically you just write what the rig is on there, and then when you've used it, put it back into the one it says what it is, and that's that. The pedal pulley is the rig I recommend, or the up and over. Like I said, there is a few different variations. I think you can make a pedal without actually, you know, you can make it just a straight, like a one-up flapper style rig, which I've probably got one in here. Look. Basically it goes down like this. I haven't used these ones in ages, but it's just the same principle. Before I go on, but it's not as effective as the one I like to use. It doesn't pull up above the snags. Your lead is still at the bottom at the risk of snags. So it's basically like a one-up flapper. It's the same style of rig, the plastic tubing over the top. Your little look at the top. I've had good fish on this, don't get me wrong, but I like my panels. And again, you use an impact. It's called an imp. You bang that in there. You bang that like so. That's at the top. Keeps it tight. And again, out. The weight of the water pushes that out, flies it outside, and it's flowing in the tide. But the only advantage of this, it doesn't pull up. Your lead's still there, you get that fish. Your lead's risking a snag. Your lead's sat there, risking that snag. So pedal pulley is the rig I recommend for skate, you bass, even you'll catch bloody dogfish, smallhounds. Pedal pulley, mate, right, will work perfect. But you can make one simple one like that. That is a simple one. Again, that one works, but there's a bit more. It's locked in place. That's the only point of this rig. It's locked in place. And it's not the best idea, but it works. That's what we used to use regular, and we've all had fish on them. So, thanks for your comment, Craig. You know, it's been a pleasure to make this little video just to show you what rig I use and what rig I recommend, and using them to make your rig wallet. You could just keep them in your box if you wanted. You could just buy yourself a one bag and just fill it full of them. You didn't have to have that rig wallet thing, but it's nice to have a go at making something like this yourself, and you could make that yourself. Anyone can do that with these little bags. Beautiful idea, cheap enough, and why pay for a rig wallet already made when you can just make one of them up? Well, this one, that black one I've got, it's got zips on there. You can fill them up as I have. I've filled that up with rigs, like one up, one downs, flappers. And that side's got two up flappers. You can fill it up with more rigs and stuff. So I hope this video helped you out, Craig. And I'll catch you on the next episode, everybody. Hope you all have a great Easter and the rest of it, what's left. Hope it was helpful for everyone. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. Comment down below if there's anything you want me to try and help you out with. And yeah, hopefully you're out on the beach now soon. They're letting you out fishing. You get to go fishing and catch your first Smoothound, doggy, ray. Hope you get one of them big ones, mate. I really do. I wish you all the best. For Mr. Hardcore Fisherman, I'm going to say tight lines, look after your mental health, be kind to somebody, and I shall see you on the next episode. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Take care. Bye bye.